Hey guys, welcome to Quinian's Budget Crafts. The people have spoken and the sails will be off-white. But it was close, so I'm going to go antique white, which is like pretty dingy looking. We'll be using tissues for this. And ignore the bowl, that failed. Most of the sails will take 2 tissues. The bottom one is 15 inches wide and 8.5 inches tall, which is the height of the tissue. So I tried wrapping the tissue on the bowl, and that was too much of a curve. And I had also added some tan to the glue in the white, but that was too dark. It was a mess. But failures happen. Just toss that out and do something else. So just take some 50-50 water and Mod Podge and wet the seam and the top edge of the tissue. Put your tissue on a stick and lay it on something that has a nice curve to it. Gallon baggies full of sand work pretty well. Just hose down the whole thing. You could add paint to your water and glue right now if you wanted to, but all I'm really trying to do is firm up the tissue. If it's wrinkled up too much, you can pull the stick a little to smooth it out. And whoops, I tore a hole in it. It'll be fine, ghost ship and all. To get it unstuck from the stick, just gently push it down and it should peel right off. But push it away from the stick, don't try to pull the stick off of it. Just use the mast to figure out the size for the middle sails. It's not going to be the full 8.5 inches tall, but cutting the tissue while it's still tissue consistency almost never works for me. So I'll just do this as a big sheet and trim off the excess. Just lay them all out and coat them in water glue. My sprayer started to break at this point, so I just used a stencil brush. You can also use the brush to push the tissue around to get wrinkles out, or to put some in if you want. If these stick to the baggie, it's no problem. Just push the baggie down away from the sail and it should pop free. You can also use baggies full of water if you don't have sand. The top sails are just a half of a tissue each, so go ahead and cut that in half now and then glue it up. Same thing, just push the baggie down away from the sail. Don't try to pull the sail or you're going to rip it. To attach these to the mast, you'll want to poke a hole in each corner and 2 more along the top in the middle somewhere. Then thread a piece of the same rope twine you've been using through the hole and tie a simple overhand knot using both ends of the string. And then trim off the tail. Once you've got that all the way around, you can either make another loop to just slide over the mast, or you can tie it on with wrapping. I think it looks better with the wrapping, so that's how I'll do it. Sorry, I pulled it out of the frame here while wrapping it, but you've seen that happen. But here we go. That's how it looks if you tie it on with wraps. Don't forget to glue the wrap or the knots and trim off the little tails. As for that middle sail that was too big, just hold it up where you want it. Mark the edges where you want to cut it, and then trim it right off. This is a crinkly, almost leather-like texture now. Once you've got them all tied on, prop the mast up so that the sails can hang freely. Mix up some water, glue, and paint, and then coat both sides of the sail. Do the front first, and then do the inside. The weight of the water and all that should be enough to help bellow them out, but I also have that mini fan stuck on my light overhead helping to push them out so that they dry faster. If you stick a pole through the lines and the nets, you can pull them down so that the bottom sail will hang properly too. Once that's all dried and you get it standing up on the ship, go ahead and pull the bottom sail forward to where those strings are tight and then superglue the string with liquid superglue to make it stiff so it'll hold the sail like that. If the final look doesn't have enough color for you, you can go ahead and paint it with just straight paint. You could paint a design on it, whatever you want to do. One of the sails I accidentally let stick to the mat and it ripped. It'll be fine for this build though. A prettier ship, you might want a better method, maybe use real cloth or something. Well, okay guys, are you getting sick of this build yet? We're almost done. Next week we'll do the detailing and that'll be it. Then we'll move on to the next build, which you can help pick if you go on over to Patreon. I snuck it in there. Thanks for watching everybody. Make sure to like, share, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one.